Hi, in this video you're going to learn how to use passive voice in future with the auxiliary will. Let's begin by talking about the future will. Remember, in English there are different ways of expressing the future. We can use going to, we can use present continuous with future meaning, but here we're going to focus only on future with will. That's the only future we're going to be talking today. So let's begin by remembering what we do when we use the future. We use the auxiliary will to express an action that will happen uh, maybe tomorrow, in 1 week, in 2 days, something that is not at the moment. So we have this example in active voice. The janitor will clean the soap dispenser tomorrow. That's something that will occur sometime in the future. And also remember that in the active voice sentences, the most important thing is the person who does the action. In this example, the janitor is the most important person. But when we speak of passive voice sentences, now the janitor is not the most important, or the subject is not the most important thing. What is more important now is the thing or the object. In this example, what is more important is soap dispensers. So we have here soap dispensers will be cleaned tomorrow by the janitor. And again, a reminder of how to use the passive voice. In the passive voice, you have to identify the tense, and the tense here is future will. And now that I identify the tense, which is future will, I need to use the verb to be in future. And finally, I also use the main verb in the active voice, but now in past participle. This is again a regular verb, so there isn't much problem. So we would say simply cleaned or in past, or cleaned in past participle. So the example here is the following: soap dispensers will be cleaned. The verb to be has to be in future, will be, and the past participle of clean is cleaned again. I have extra examples for you. The patient will be discharged today. To be discharged means ser dado de alta. So the patient will be discharged today is el paciente será dado de alta. Who will discharge him? Probably the nurse. The nurse or the doctor will discharge the patient today. But in the passive voice, we say the patient will be discharged today. Next example: the news will be announced tonight. Who will announce the news? Probably a presenter. So we would say the presenter in the active voice. The presenter will announce the news. But this is passive voice, so we will say the news will be announced tonight. Next example: the changes will be made in the hospital. Who will make new changes? Maybe the manager, maybe the director. So we would say the manager will make new changes in the hospital, but that's active voice. In the passive voice, we say new changes will be made in the hospital. Next example: the instructions will be given by the doctor. Here, the doctor will give the news. The doctor will give the instructions. So we will say in the active voice, the doctor will give the instructions. But in the passive voice, we say the example as it is. The instructions will be given by the doctor. And finally, a new hospital will be built next year. Who will build this hospital in the active voice sentence? Maybe the president, or maybe the governor, or whoever. So let's say we say the governor. The governor will build a new hospital next year. That's active voice. But in the passive voice, we will say a new hospital will be built next year. And that's how we create passive voice sentences in future. You can go again to the exercises, check the exercises here. These are interactive exercises. But if you want to learn how to create passive voice sentences in future, you can go to this other link and you can start working and practicing. This is all for this video. I hope this is useful for you. See you.